And just jumping in right now. For some reason, my Rocket League is taking a little bit of time to do its loading thing. But I'm in, and we're good to go. So
right,
nice to see I've made it just in time for the kickoff.
We've got Aerosocials in orange and the goats in blue.
Very name appropriate, as they are the big blue goats on the blue side. Just a reminder to all those in chat, that is Lamotte and Markor Pizza on big blue goats, and Nihad as well as Aero on Aerosocials. As we've both said, Cahill, don't believe either of us have seen these players before. So definitely interesting to see how they play on the field, particularly with each other. I'm not going to be focusing too much on what they're doing against each other, because 2v2 is all about the teamwork, getting those pass plays where they count, and of course you can come in every now and then a little bit with the solo players, but it can be difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing your teammate and playing with them for a while, you can develop some chemistry and beat opponents twice your size.
Well, we just saw a very near miss earlier on from Nihad, and a little bit of an awkward play onto their own backboard from Big Blue Goats. They weren't punished for it. Lamotte has found that one through. Aero able to get the save, bumped out of the way. Lamotte's just looking to get out of the way for Mark to come through. He's just going to touch this one backwards, catch a little bit of a bump from Aero. Nothing too serious right now. Bit of a slow pace start to the game. Not too many shots being taken. We could see one go through here, and we do from Aero.
Aero throws it in the top corner. See Nihad, he's rocking the Stockton. And I think that's the first Batmobile I've seen in a couple of weeks. No one's using them since the hitbox change.
Good point. Yeah, I haven't seen Batmobile in quite some time. Usually, most of the time, all you ever see is Octane, because it just seems to be everyone's favourite car. It always has. That one's not quite going to be saved. Markor Pizza's shot goes into the top bar off the back of the save from, I believe it was Nihad in net, but he just couldn't quite get enough purchase on the ball to send it away.
Ooh. Not without a solid attempt.
He definitely went for it. You can't blame him for that. And he had good kickoff on this one. He stays behind it, gets the 50 up against Markor Pizza. Now Aero, good catch on that one. Lands a little bit too far ahead of it, and Lamotte with the challenge does come through forward with the tackle. Taking it slowly, Aero feeds it out towards Nihad. Aerosocials do have to be careful about this, because Big Blue Goats, they are looking for the gaps in defense to be able to push through.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ones playstyle from Aero at the moment. They're very cautious in how they move down the field.
Maybe
they like
it's
to have
down to the Batmobile.
Yeah, the Batmobile's a bit of a giveaway. The old scrub killer.
Yeah, very popular ones car. Not that I know too much about ones. I really prefer not to play that playlist because I'm terrible, Cahill.
Yeah, I'm not too good at ones either.
The turnaround from Nihad, but he doesn't put the shot on target. Forces the reaction from Markor Pizza up onto the backboard, but it's really just helped Lamotte get the clearance downfield until Aero comes through. Won't beat Markor Pizza to the ball. Nihad. Surprised he didn't go for a bit of an aerial bump there onto Lamotte. Goes for the boost steal instead, which is going to work out just as well, because they now have, never mind, Nihad's backed off. They don't have ball control. Markor Pizza forcing the clearance off the backboard. Again, interesting stuff that we're seeing from both teams. Still hasn't really picked up too much in terms of pace of play.
Yeah, they're both playing very cautiously, both of the teams. It doesn't look like they want to give away possession too easily, but they're trying to maximize. Ooh.
This is just a really nice shot from Markor Pizza. Not too much speed on it, but perfectly placed into the top shelf.
Yeah, there wasn't much pressure placed on him either. It gave him that room to be able to develop the flick and throw it over.
Poor old Nihad, who was only just getting back into net, even if he had have been in a position to be able to jump up and attempt to save on that, Lamotte was right on the ball, ready to challenge it to get the dunk into the back of the net if the save was attempted. So very well played to Big Blue Goats there, picking up their second goal. Only a minute and a half remaining. Aero goes for the flick for top left. It's a little bit wide, gets the boost deal on his way up. And the challenge, Nihad will now go for the pass out of the curb. Arrow towards net, popped up by Nihad, had to be done because it was going to be saved and cleared out by Marco Pizza. All the effort from Aerosocials just isn't paying off for them right now. They haven't found the right touches.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of mechanical ability from Aero currently, particularly Aero himself. The the plays that they're making and the little side tricks that they're pulling. I reckon that this will be a 3-game series.
Could be. It was a nice attempted flick to the top left again from Arrow, but well blocked out by Lamotte off the back of the recovery. Marco Pizza gets the goop pinch off the ground out for the save. Nihad couldn't quite beat him to it. Lamotte needs to aerial for this. Doesn't have a huge amount of boost, but uses what he has to get it cleared out. Nihad now. 30 seconds. He gets a great pass across the face of the goal, but as if Arrow just wasn't trusting him, or there's a lack of communication. He has recovered off the right post, not quite, a little bit too wide there on that one, Cahill. And with 15 seconds left, that may have been the last chance.
Down to the buzzer. Down to the buzzer. They're
definitely going to be close.
Looks like Orange are just warming up. Aero really want this win, and they're getting physical as well.
Kept it up. Nihad, he'll put it onto the backboard. Marco Pizza, the clearance kept up by Arrow, fresh on boost as well. This is dangerous. We've seen the flicks. There's one over the top. Marco Pizza, he's given it right back to him, but there's no shot angle out of the corner. Now he needs this. He can't keep it up.
Oh, that was a solid effort.
Very close there, Cahill.
That was a nail biter. Oh, look at that. 9 shots on goal. Oh, Lord.
That's really rough for Aerosocials. I didn't realise there was that many shots on goal for them in that particular game. Only one of them went through. Obviously, there were a few misses, but a total of 4 saves coming out from Big Blue Goats. So they were definitely being made to put work in defense as well.
Oh, absolutely. And Aero were throwing them on target. They had to be blocked. There's no two ways about it. That could have easily gone to Aero that game. But the Goats managed to hold out. Let's see how they go in game 2.
Getting underway for kickoff, it will be Lamotte taking the lead. Marco Pizza in that back line. Arrow, the fake kickoff comes out. Nihad, the chip up, goes straight for boost. Arrow gets on it nicely, puts it right over the top of Marco Pizza. I was really expecting the save there, to be honest, but, well, sometimes that just happens, doesn't it, Cahill?
That was a fake kickoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, don't see those too often. I mean, you see them quite frequently in twos, but yeah, in tournaments, that's it's very risky.
It can be, yes, but luckily for the side of Aerosocials, seems that Big Blue Goats weren't quite prepared for it, so especially poor on Marco Pizza in net, but he's got the flick over the top now, and that's going to be it. Even if the challenge does come through, he was perfectly in line to block it just right into the back of the net.
Aero tried so hard to rotate back there, but he just couldn't make it. That was a critical play.
I do like Marco Pizza's title there as Ball Chaser. I used that one, or what is it? Calculated Whiffer, or something like that. I think I wear that one more often. Tactical Whiffer, yeah. I believe that's the one, yeah.
I already know I'm a Tactical Whiffer. I rock the old Ultimate Baller.
Ah. So, a little bit more confidence with your title there.
Yeah.
Nihad. Lamotte's is up.
Oh.
Nihad's got the pass back down to Arrow, but Marco Pizza is there for the save. Nihad once again recentering this. There's the shot that comes through, but saved out by Marco Pizza. Nihad now into the corner. Has time to recover on this one, but he doesn't quite get the jump off the backboard. Really nailed down there, so he goes for a bit of a bump. It buys time for Arrow to put it in the corner. A lack of boost, though, means he can't really do too much. And it will just float down for the clearance out.
Looked as though he was trying to trap it on the wall, given the no boost situation. But yeah, you can do almost anything from up there, and it's always concerning as a defender in goals if there's someone on that wall with a ball.
Absolutely. I think what Big Blue Goats were looking out for is, as you said, if he trapped it on the wall, if it didn't work out too well for Arrow, it would have pinched out and worked out as a pass either way. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Still threatening. Still very threatening.
Yeah, I do believe I saw Nihad getting ready for it, but they're back in defense for now, Aerosocials. Speaking of Aerosocials, Aero, who is wearing the tag, go follow him on Twitter, guys. Give him some love. He's going to pick up a goal in the bottom right, and that's just well played. Nice one's mechanical skills there.
There we go. Oh, let's have a look. Night Monk mentioning that I was flexing my title there. Yeah, for those that aren't aware, I'm level 869.
I don't know what level I am. Oh wow, okay, yeah, I'm only level 111. Your level is huge. Well, speaking of huge, look at this flick. A bit of a fake challenge there. Certainly worked out on Lamotte, and then just a flick over the top of Marco Pizza by Aero, and it had some speed on it. I mean, not super fast, but certainly fast enough that Marco Pizza wasn't able to react.
Those plank style cars, they'll get insane flicks. Flicks you can only dream of.
Well, this one cleared out temporarily. Aero turns around on it. No one challenging him at all. He can even pick up this 100 boost. But he chooses not to. He's happy with the 70 he has. It's certainly enough. Gets the first touch, let the ball get a little bit too far away from him. Marco Pizza's save was good enough in that situation. Will it be required again? No. Nihad chips it up in the air instead. Jumps down on that one, knows that Lamotte is going to beat him to it. And now Aero. 2-goal advantage here, so they can afford to play a little bit more safer and drop back in defense more often. And they're not feeling the pressure to pick up goals. Meanwhile, Big Blue Goats, they absolutely need something out of their half. They've been spending too much time in defense.
Yeah, I'm currently just trying to look up their ranks. From what I'm seeing, they're GCs and gameplay, but so far they're looking like they're GCs on paper as well. So this could be an interesting series.
It'd be nice if you could see Rocket League ranks on the Steam profile or something like that.
Absolutely.
Or something like...
you used to be able to run Overwolf, where you could display whatever rank you wanted at any time. But
okay. Because I don't believe Rocket League have anything like... what comes to mind is Overwatch's career profile, where you can go through the past seasons and see what rank a person had.
Yeah.
So it does make it hard when you don't know who the players are on the field. As we said earlier, if you're only just joining us in chat, neither Cahill or I recognize any of the 4 names on the field right now, so we're not really too sure what their history is in the game either. But as you said, they're playing quite well so far.
And as I've seen before, some well-known players will play funny duddies and change their name.
Oh, yes.
And leave us in the dark, and then all of a sudden they change their name back to something that's very well known.
Yeah. If you're really concerned about that, you can check the Steam profile and go to view use names or whatever it's called. View aliases, I think.
They're no, absolutely.
Torsos used to do that a fair bit. He always used to come in with the different names.
You can easily clear your aliases now, though. Steam's let you do that. In the past, you used to have to change your name about 50 times, but now you can just clear them.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, just 20 seconds left, chat, and it does look like Aerosocials are going to win this game 4-1, although pressure being applied once again onto the Big Blue Goats net. Holding strong in defense for the last minute or so, but it just hasn't been enough for them in offense. They've been finding it difficult to transition. Excuse me. The clears have been fine. They just haven't been able to follow up on them. Which I suppose, in retrospect, after saying that, kind of means that the clears aren't fine because you need to be able to follow up on them.
Oh, absolutely. So we're looking at a 1 apiece and a best of 3. So we're going to game 3.
Always exciting when you go down to the final deciding game. And I think you said earlier on that it will be best of 3s all the way through the tournament until the grand final, which is best of 5 And again, this is the quarterfinal. I believe it's the only quarterfinal that we're covering, at least when I look at the brackets, the only one that was left to be played.
Correct.
I'm not sure if we're doing both semifinals. Are you aware?
I am not aware of we're doing both, but 4 games doesn't surprise me. I believe we did 4 last week.
I'm just taking a look.
I'm just looking through the chat here at the moment, and there's some support for Nihad. So I reckon
Awesome.
Aero might be able to pull this in. They've got the fan base by the looks of it. And I've also got another FR. It's like fishy, but FRXSHYYYY. He said that Nihad is champ 2. When I checked his profile, he's got Grand Champ rewards. So I know that some Grand Champs can float if they have a bad streak. But yeah, if he's got the Grand Champ rewards this season, I'm probably going to call him a Grand Champ.
There we go. Getting ready for the kickoff. As the clock ticks
Game
down.
3.
And temporarily I had the nameplate bug, but luckily for me,
yes.
it's
Are you running backers mod?
no, which means I don't get it anywhere near as often as other people. But it does happen sometimes when you're alt tabbing, and that's what I was doing. So.
Because there is a fix for it. It's experimental and causes other issues. It's like whack-a-mole. You fix one problem and another one pops up. I'm sure any programmers out there will be able to sympathise with that one.
Yep.
Oh, demo.
Okay. Just fixing my HUD as well, because I temporarily could not even see what the time and score was in the game. But we're all good now. Just 50 seconds into the game, and I think we can finally get underway with the commentating. So, Lamotte off the backboard was cleared out by Aero. Nihad now doesn't find the clearance past Marco Pizza. Lamotte's given that right down to Aero in a challengeable position. Somehow Lamotte has made that go into the back of the net.
Aero was he hesitated there and he sat sideways. That is a bad position.
Yeah, he was in the I guess you could call it, as I said, a challengeable position. But the fact that Lamotte was able to find that bounce off the back of Aero's car, I believe, into the crossbar, and then to the back of the net. Marco Pizza has found the save, diving down onto it, nose first.
Oh,
I think he wanted the flip reset there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for it. It's hard to tell in the Batmobile. The wheels are too far apart.
How has Lamotte not punished that? Nihad absolutely missed the save. And Aero hasn't been able to find anything on the opposite end. The accuracy for Nihad being a curse right now as the shot goes off that top bar. Bit sloppy, I've got to say. Mark. Seems that Big Blue goats are the more comfortable players currently.
Yeah, it looks like they're not keen on the reverse sweep idea. It's hard in a best of 3 though, because if you get traction, even for one game, you just don't have time to recover.
There we go. Aero will find it off the back of that one. Bit of a defensive error here coming through for Big Blue Goats, and Aerosocials are able to capitalise on that one.
There's a magnitude of pressure, just forced errors. That's twos. Twos punishes mistakes.
Sabat in chat asked, why aren't you guys casting Desu and Rothy versus Talandina and Hawk? Well, this is the game we were given to cast, so we're just casting this game. Are they playing in a semi-final, or because all the other quarterfinals were already either played or being played? So, meanwhile, another goal from Lamotte.
Rest assured, though, you will likely see a game from Daisu or Hawk later on, because one of them is going to win.
Good old Daisu. Haven't seen him play in quite some time. So I am hoping that Daisu and Rothy end up getting through, because it would be nice to see those guys playing some twos. He had with the dribble.
He is more of a threes player.
Daisu.
Yeah. Bloody good.
He's been around longer than me, I believe.
He was trying to go for a Rizzo there. Take out the last defender, but the ball was blocked by the roll.
Nihad wins the 50, straight over the top. Lamotte, though, not being challenged on the clearance. Aero. Nihad needs to be in net for this one. The pass goes across from Lamotte, but no one's there. It goes straight to Aero. Trying to get around Marco Pizza. Didn't quite get the first controlling touch that he was after, so that play ends up being broken down quite easily in defense for the Big Blue Goats. Aero wraps around on that one. Could have taken the shot and he had put enough power on it. All he needed was the length, and Marco Pizza would not have been able to recover and get back in time. And he had beaten out by Lamotte.
Oh, that was a critical miss.
It seems like
Aero back to save though.
Yeah, it hasn't affected him too much. Nihad, that's a good short pass over the top, essentially to himself. Aero went for the demo. It'll be now Lamotte in the corner. So I don't know what's going wrong here for Aerosocials. They're making the right plays. They're just not following through and getting the finishing touches.
I think GOAT are just, they're on their game. They're on point with their defense.
We'll see what happens in the last 50 seconds as it counts down. Nihad now. Good first touch. Trying to get the pass to Aero. Yeah. There it is. The cheeky little bounce.
Great pass.
The left post.
His teammate Aero was probably shouting at him.
Send to me, senpai.
GOAT were keen to close down both of them though. They were, both of them were marked, but they just couldn't block it.
They almost let Marco Pizza get one through there, but Nihad ends up getting the save in the end. Just 30 seconds left.
Oh,
still anyone's game. And as you said, didn't get the touch. And that's possession given away to Lamotte.
We may see overtime in game 3.
This could go badly. There was the hesitation from Aero there, and Lamotte, instead of taking the shot, went for the pass. Marco Pizza could have ended the game there, perhaps. But Aero gets away with that one. Wins the challenge moving forward. To be Lamotte, he's out of net. Puts a lot of pressure on Marco Pizza to get this one. Nihad couldn't quite find it through him, and overtime it is.
There it is. The Hawks said, let's go Aero, guys.
Very close there. Lamotte ends up getting the save right on the line. Marco Pizza full boost. Good dribble. Gets it past Nihad. One to beat. How's the ones game? Goes for the flick into the top right. Saved by Aero. Just in the nick of time. Lamotte's now onto the curb, but will be beaten to it by Nihad. Doesn't get the touch. Plenty of time for Marco Pizza. He's put it hard onto the backboard, and that's going to allow Aero to at least make it 50. And this is working out so far for Aerosocials. They do need it cleared, though.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of pressure here from Goats, and not a lot of give from both teams. So they're trying to hold down the fort.
Almost there from Marco Pizza underneath, but we'll now see Nihad with the dribble out. It's not quite an open net. Marco Pizza on the rotation around does get the save, although no credit given. Lamotte's double commit. Aero is there for the shot as well. He doesn't quite reach it. Nihad's there for the follow-up, but Lamotte's has recovered for the secondary shot. And it will be Nihad now turning around on this one. Marco Pizza.
Oh,
into Lamotte's. But hey, it's worked out, I guess. They're back in offense now.
He left the boost for him, but I think he wanted to have a go at the ball. Aero
almost fakes out Marco Pizza there, but he's able to flip in time into that one. Gets the pass out to Lamotte's, blocked by Aero. And Nihad now back on the offense. That's the shot.
Bad luck. He thought he could chip it over him. He was just a little bit further out than anticipated.
Yeah, poor old Marco Pizza there. He felt pressured into, doing something. Maybe he would have been better off just letting that ball go forward.
Or even pushing it into the opposite corner.
Yeah, he could have even hit the brakes a little bit and tried to force Nihad in a position where he couldn't follow it up. Maybe try and slot in on the right side of the ball and hit it into that left corner. There was a few different things he could have tried in defense there, but at the end of the day, when the ball's right there, you've got Nihad right behind you trying to make a pass to Aero, and you know the Aero's somewhere in the midfield. I think what went through Marco Pizza's head there was, you know what, I'll just get the flick and hope for the best. Unfortunately, it didn't go very far at all, and even more unfortunate for him, it went straight to the position that Aero was driving down that midfield, and he just got the shot straight through in the end. But you take a look at the scoreboard, total of 7 saves for Aero, and 3 goals off the back of 5 shots as well. Absolute madman in that game, both in defense and offense.
13 shots for Goats and 11 shots for Aero. I think that is the first game where Goats have outshot Aero, but I mean, you can only do so much. It can just come down to a tiny defensive mistake at the end, and that's just the unfortunate downside of it. But they both played well. It's been a fantastic series, and
Absolutely.
we'll see Aero move on into the